does it look like we're in for a Santa Claus rally? I love that visual there. You have Santa riding his sleigh with the reindeer going up, up, and up. And it's interesting because more often than not, we do see a Santa Claus rally. More often than not, the months of November, December, and January are positive for the stock market. Actually, it's the best 3 months of the year for returns. And if you add in October, which we know comes in a little weak from September, and the second half usually is pretty strong, you want to add October in there, it's a pretty good time to be an investor. Our one chart for this segment is or clearly shows the S&P December returns for the last, look like 53 years or so. You can see how many times December was red. And I guess it looks like, I'm just doing quick math here, December 22nd was the last time, as we know, because of higher interest rates. Prior to that, December 18th, I think, was the last time. But look how many years we saw green numbers. And anticipation is December for 24 will be the same. Now, what I'm going to tell you actually this year is maybe slightly different than what you may expect and what perhaps these numbers tell us. I'm going to tell you, because 2024 was so strong of a year, I believe that the market basically took from future gains and brought them forward to November. So what I mean by that is, I think the gains that normally you would have had at the end of the year, we had them earlier this year, November, October, even September was a slightly positive month. So I think the market brought forward those gains a little sooner than perhaps you normally would have seen them, based on various reasons, interest rates, Fed speak, you name it, really good earnings from businesses. So I actually believe that Santa Claus rally will be somewhat muted. If we can get maybe a 1 to 3% gain out for the period, maybe 1-2% at most, I'd be happy with that. If we see a positive December, I'd be happy with that, because that would allow all of us to consolidate the gains that we've had for the previous 11 months. I don't want to see a negative month. I want to see a positive month. I just don't believe that we're going to see the big Santa Claus rally that perhaps we've seen in the past, or that maybe some are expecting. And that's because, not because I think or I'm sour on the markets, I just think that we've borrowed or taken those gains earlier this year, borrowed from future gains this year, earlier in the year than we normally would have done. So for me, I still believe that we will have a positive December. So anyone who's watching, I'm not saying to sell your investments, that markets are going down, by no means. All I'm saying is, I think the returns are going to be a little bit more muted than perhaps other years that we've seen gains in December.